The first time I became a leader, I was a leader of a small sales team for a technology training company. And this is a good 35 to 40 years ago. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Naively, I was so excited to go from a cubicle to my own office, thinking I have finally landed. I was young. I was in my mid-20s. I was already a leader, yet I was unprepared. I was not formally trained. Yes, I had an owner of the company who really coached me and mentored me. He was very, very good at it, extremely good at it. And I look back at that experience and I was lucky to have a good owner, a good coach, a good mentor. And I remember getting my team, and it was only about 4 people. And I realized only with 4 people, you know what, this will be easy. Yet I realized 4 people had different skill levels, willingness levels, what they were willing to do to improve. I had people with different personalities. I had people with different levels of acceptance when it came to feedback. And I'll share this with you. One of the first sales calls I went on was with a person that was senior to my age. She was a good 15 to 20 years older than me, had been selling for a while. And I remember during a sales call, she completely started to botch the sales call. So I inserted myself politely, I thought, and respectfully, and we ended up getting the business, thinking in my mind, you know what? I've saved the day. This will be good for the salesperson. She's going to get a commission, yet she was furious with me. And I look back at that moment, I remember saying, where did you think that sales call was going? She said, I don't care. Don't ever interrupt one of my sales calls again. And it taught me about something called ego. Taught me about resistance to feedback. It taught me as a leader, did I handle that situation right? So I began to go into the owner of the company and I asked him, how would you have handled it? He said, look, there are no set rules. Situationally, you're going to face so many things you're unprepared for. Be kind, be thoughtful, always remember their feelings, obviously try to win the business, yet more importantly, you have to coach. You have to coach that person even after. You cannot back away. Even though she was angry, you cannot back away from that conversation because that becomes her power and her control. You're in charge of the team. That was a tough lesson for me because the person who was upset with me was a friend. She was a really nice lady. She came to the company because I recruited her, so I felt a sense of responsibility. Being a first-time leader, no matter your age, you're going to face things. Till this day, 35 to 40 years later, managing people today, I still face curveballs. So we have to be prepared mentally. We have to be prepared to listen. We have to really be prepared to coach, ask questions, really listen, actively listen, paraphrase back, leverage their strengths, acknowledge the good things they're doing. Insert the word and saying, and what about getting better at this particular area of your job? How do you think that might serve you well? Become a skilled coach. And as a new leader, as a new manager, your career will skyrocket.